This is an all sports station production.
Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Andy Dalton and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Cardinals coming out led by Kyler Murray, the offensive rookie of the year a season ago, and back for more here in year number 2.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has them on a really good upward trajectory.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Murray a give. This is Drake. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray will get this to his running back, Edmonds. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Murray steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Almost able to intercept. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice opportunity for an interception. Let's face it all. Speed, athleticism, a little bit questionable.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Fitzgerald holding it in for Murray. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
For the last few seasons, it's almost been sport for us in the media to see if Larry Fitzgerald was going to call it quits and cap off what I believe is a Hall of Fame career. But now he's entered season number 17. Second on the all-time receptions list, just 171 catches behind Jerry Rice, and maybe he's found new life as he continues to pile up the big numbers.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. For a second there, you looked down on the field. I almost thought I saw Kyler Murray in an Oklahoma jersey.
The colors are similar, though, right?
Yeah.
He is not just quick, because he's every bit of that. He truly is fast. He's as fast as the fastest players in the NFL. And when he puts it all together, makes the proper read, you can see the defense's eyes grow wide because now they've got to deal with him downfield. He's hard to get down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Drake. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Shotgun now from Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with a touchdown throw to DeAndre Hopkins. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. because really second down, second and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. Third down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done, and on the opening drive of the game.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Andy Dalton and company. Dalton, of course, grew up in Texas, played his college ball at TCU, and now his home is back in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with these Cowboys.
A day one starter his rookie year. He also won a whole lot of games as well. First 5 years, the Bengals went to the playoffs each and every year. Continues to evolve as a quarterback, learning how to work around a running game, an offensive line, and receivers that continue to develop.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Able to hit his target, Lamb. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Draw play, Elliott. Elliott a first down and more, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now to the air, Dalton. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Six yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
2nd down and 4. Dalton hands off to Elliott.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? Because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw here, Dalton. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the move from Mike McCarthy is going to be to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run forward with Pollard. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finds the open target, Arnold. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. This one caught by Isabella. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Running, it's Drake. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents. That scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it on the crossing route. Complete. That's Fitzgerald. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, that's a great defender. Everson Griffin making a great defensive play there for a loss.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Murray forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Rolling to, and the Cardinals are in. Touchdown.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, may have gotten lucky. Trying to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Deep for the Cardinals, Christian Kirk. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. A big reason why they've been so successful. This defense hasn't been able to contain him when he gets outside of the pocket.
So true, and that's when it's really difficult because defensively you can have a game plan and try to account for all the things you've seen on tape, the way that they run their plays, even his running. But when it's a play where you just can't really say, okay, that's how the play's supposed to go, what they call broken plays, that's when the X and O doesn't work. That's when their Jimmy is better than your Joe.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
A nice catch there by Christian Kirk. Had 709 yards and 3 touchdowns in the 2019 season. I expect those numbers to continue to climb. This is a guy who can play in the slot, play outside, but the number one thing about him, absolute explosiveness, especially after he catches the ball downfield. If you don't make the tackle right there, he's going to take it a long way.
Play fake. Murray. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run toss to the right with Drake. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's 2nd and 9. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They got a yard on 1st, 2 on 2nd, and 3 here on 3rd.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite receiver in this year's draft, and it's still hard for me to believe that he lasted till the 17th pick of the first round. No one took him before that, and Dallas, surprisingly, finds him available, takes him, and you see why. Great hands, great route running. This guy is Mr. Excitement.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. To throw again, Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
11 yards there, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And his pass incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Elliott. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right. They weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Operating from the gun. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up. And soon.
Murray a give. This is Drake. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fighting through it, he's got space. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Caught left side, Hopkins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins, they didn't need to do
nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll run with Edmonds. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. Got some room at the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up second down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Dalton. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a terrific first half from the former #1 overall pick, Kyler Murray. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Looking sideline, incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Come on now.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Dalton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murray.
Fitzgerald on the slant.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun now from Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. First down, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And the lead is up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a 1st down. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton. Over the middle, Cooper with it. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable.
That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on? And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patted. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Drake. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them. Maybe they even change game planning a little bit in order to make things better for him.
Fights through him, shoving through the defense. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
From the 45 on second down, Dalton able to hit his target, Lamb. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Operating from the gun, Dalton. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And Dalton to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Murray. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now Murray. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll get this down only to the 18. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He's back to throw here to start the drive. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5.
This will be Dalton again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 2nd and 2, Murray finds the open target, Arnold. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Finds a tight end in the middle of the field. Just a simple stick route. Decent gain. Doesn't get you a whole lot, but it's pretty reliable, isn't it?
And tough to defend. On 1st down, Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Murray steps away. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Murray. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Do that again.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Dalton and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd and inches, Dalton. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. Dalton, 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Some might say that he's got looked at in and absorbed the contact, but even at his size, that's a tough throw to hold on to. And he was unable to on that attempt.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. He can't get him down. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Drake. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Murray, as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.